us. You still had a 5-point lead at half, missing that many shots, shooting it that poorly, and you still had a lead. And then you come out the second half and you extend the lead because you started making shots. And it's good everybody got to play today. We'll get on a plane tomorrow and go to West Virginia and try to finish this thing off.
Kim, the rebounding too in the second half, and they were actually tied with you at the half.
Well, that's because we missed so many shots. I mean, we weren't getting offensive boards on the misses, and they were getting a lot of those defensive rebounds. And so, I mean, the stats were pretty similar at halftime. And you just come back out. We executed early in the third on a few quick hitters, made sure the people got the right touches, and just kind of you make one, you relax a little bit, and you make another one, then it becomes a little bit more fun for you.
Hey, Kalani, you had 2 or 3 early in that third quarter. Did you feel like that kind of maybe loosened you guys up a little bit? Y'all kind of got on a roll there at the start of the third quarter?
Yeah, we just needed some more energy. So making those quick baskets kind of had a momentum change, and we just took off from there.
Kalani, were you getting frustrated in the first half at all? Just that it wouldn't go in?
A little bit, yep. Just seeing it roll out, like you're putting it on the glass, you're doing everything right, and just see it roll out, you just like, but keep shooting it, you know.
Get emotional?
I was good until the video.
I was about to say, you cried.
And then they got me. The group hug got me, but yeah, I was doing good. I said I wasn't gonna cry, but then at the end, after the game, yeah.
So you were good at halftime?
Halftime, I was good. I was kind of scared. Not gonna lie.
What did Queen say to you after the video ended? I know you guys embraced for a little bit, and she was crying.
Don't leave her. Like, don't leave me. Like, I said, I'm not going anywhere right now. You act like I'm leaving tomorrow. She's like, oh, you're right. And then we just shared a moment. She's silly.
I thought Queen, speaking of her, she was our spark plug in the first half.
Yep.
Please acknowledge that kid because she just has unbelievable athleticism, and she gave us a spark in the first half. She did fine the second half too, but everybody else did fine. Queen was really our spark in the first half.
Didi, I saw you shaking your head a little bit when Gray hit a couple of her first shots. You know, what was it that kind of got you going on defense? Was it her missing or just locking down a little bit harder?
In the second half, I kind of took it to heart, you know, because every game someone's going to come at me thinking, oh, she's the best defender, so I'm going to go at her. So I feel like she definitely was a great player and attacked me in the first half. So in the second half, I kind of took it personal, and I made it a goal to not have her score me as much as she did in the first half.
Reggie, is it kind of nice that, you know, it's your last regular season game, but you guys are going to get to come back here and play, you know, the first 2 rounds, so it wasn't your final game at the Farrell Center? Is it kind of nice that you have that ability to play here again for two more games?
Yeah, it's nice because I probably won't play in front of another crowd like this one. Baylor's fans are amazing. They travel with us. They go everywhere we go. I've, never seen a fan base like this for women's college basketball. I mean, so, yeah, I'm going to miss it. It's a great opportunity.
Kim, when they're missing shots like that, what do you tell them? You can't panic. You didn't see the panic.
I think the only thing I told them at halftime was don't be afraid of the physical play. It's almost like you're avoiding contact. When you go up, don't alter your shot. Get a foul out of it. And I really think, they're trying. It's not like they want to all miss at the same time, but you got to grind and you got to stay with it, and you tell them that's why you play defense. Your defense will win games for you when your offense is not very good.
Kim, do you stay pretty calm then if you're playing good defense?
No.
And rebounds?
Now, have you ever seen me calm?
I mean,
I'm coaching, man. I'm working. It doesn't matter. I'm working. I'm passionate. I can't. I don't know any other way.
right.
Sit down.
So you think, well, shots will start going in.
Well, I have to believe it will, but it's not a panic. It's just like God, like a player. It's like I just missed a wide open. It's more that than it is anything. I'm in it with them. It's the only time you'll ever see me really. I wouldn't say panic, but really not like a missed shot is when it's not a good shot. You know, I'll let them know that's not a good shot. But if they miss wide open layups, you know, I might like Lauren and on one end she missed. You know, I said, power it in. Don't settle for the jumper. Power it in there. You know, that's part of basketball. I mean, that's going to happen. We're just very fortunate. This may be the first game all year that all of them were missing shots in a half.
Coach, in the fourth quarter when you took Kalani and Chloe out and you kind of, you know, were hugging them, what did you tell them? Can you kind of share that in a little bit?
Help me, what did I say? The clean version, Kalani. No. I'm sure it was about something being a senior. Tell them, what was it?
She just told us that she loved us and, you know, wave to the crowd and make sure we thank our fans and things like that. So she was just telling us how much she loved us because she's just so lovable.
You are letting the secret out of the bag, Kalani. I want them to think what they think, that I'm this mean, you know, woman over there.
Not all the
Don't
time.
let it out of the bag.
It's out.
Coach, it is senior night, and you've had a lot of great teams in the past and a lot of great players come through Baylor. How will you reflect on, you know, the Kalani Brown era of Baylor, and how should fans remember that?
Well, she's left her mark on the program, and I think Kalani will quickly tell you the only thing she doesn't have on the resume is a Final Four, and we are going to try our darndest to get her there. She's going to try her darndest to get us there. If it doesn't happen, it will never take away from her legacy here. She is up there with the greatest of greats that have played here. Could be a 3-time All-American. You know, she. The list goes on. How anybody could think that this kid is not the player of the year in this league. She's the only All-American in this conference. Everything people do revolves around Kalani Brown, offensively and defensively. And if I have to sell Kalani Brown, I'm not going to go out there and politic. She's been the player of the year. She's been a 2-time All-American. She's done everything we've asked her to do. She's had a good year in the league. She's surrounded by great players. She makes those players around her even better. You know, she's just special.
Kalani, you mentioned mini goals yesterday. Now you go to West Virginia, last game of the regular season, trying to finish 18-0 in the conference. How big of a mini goal is that?
It's definitely a mini goal. You know, it's towards the end. Can't slip up, can't be complacent. Just got to stay focused for one more game and then focus on the Big 12 tournament. So it's just as big as an opponent as it was tonight. So just got to prepare, stay focused, and keep doing what we've been doing, taking it one game at a time.
Kim, is that an important game for you guys? I mean, just because.
Well, it is
Momentum.
it is important because you're a competitor. It has absolutely no bearing on the conference championship. It won't have any bearing on the national #1 seed because everybody else has lost in the last 2 weeks. But we want to win. I mean, when you toss it up, competitors want to win. Just as West Virginia wants to be the team that the only team that beats us in conference this year. If we play hard and they play hard and we get beat, we're going to get on that plane. We're going to eat a good meal coming back, and we're going to get ready for the conference tournament.
When you look at Dee Dee's line across, it all looks good. Only 2 shots. They're leaving her open. Are you
Well,
okay with that?
I'm great with it. You know, Dee Dee can make those shots. If you look at statistics, I think last week, and that might have changed, she's 3rd on our team in field goal percentage offensively. She's going to take a good shot. You're not going to bait her into taking a bad shot because you're doubling down on a post. She's going to figure out a way to get to the rim. She's going to figure out a way how to get to the open floor in when we're running. Shoot it. She didn't have to today. You know, she just really didn't have to.
Dee Dee, what do you think's been the most impressive part about this 19-game winning streak?
I feel like our defense has been the most impressive part, and watching Chloe and Kalani dominate the way they are. So they're making it fun to play, easy to play, because if you get in trouble, it's like, where's Lonnie? Where's Chloe? You know? So it's fun. They make the people around them better for sure. So that's probably the most impressive part, playing on this 19-18 and our record.
I don't know what we
Hey.
shot, what we held Texas to defensively. Anybody know? Huh? And it was 26.9 today. That's a commitment to defense. And I'll recruit kids all day long if they want to guard somebody and do it on a consistent basis.
Jim, is the defense playing its best right now? You think,
I think so.
with that 2-game stretch?
I think so. We're not as active on some loose balls, those 50-50 balls. I talked to Kalani about that today. She didn't see one right there in front of her. And, you know, part of not being active is late in the year. It's late in the year, and you see a lot of dragging going on. And then when the playoffs start, you'll see a lot of dragging in the conference tournaments. And then when those NCAA playoffs start, you'll start seeing teams have a pep in their step. Just stay consistent with what you do on the defensive end. Now, we change things. You know, the way we guarded today is not going to be the way we guard every team. But listen to the scout report. Do what you're asked to do. I think a big thing today was rest. We didn't get freshmen in the game much against Texas. Today we got them in, and they were very good.
Was that one that you were talking about with Kalani? Was that one that was just sitting there? Chloe
Well, it was right there in front of our bench at the top of the circle, and I thought Kalani looked at it, and I thought she was like, you know what, I am not diving on the floor for that ball. So I took her out, and I said,
Just got her nails done.
well, that's probably it.
I did not.
Senior night. But I said, could you have not, like, gone to get that ball right there?
I didn't see it.
She said, I didn't see it.
Whatever.
I didn't see it
Till it was too
Lauren
late.
was like, Lonnie, and I was like, what? There's a ball. And I was like, oh. And I didn't even want to make eye contact with her after that. So good.
I went to the game. Who won that LSU-Alabama game?
I think
LSU was up
LSU
late.
pulled it out.
'Cause
Yes.
I went to the locker room, and I wanted to watch the end of the LSU did win it.
I think so. So I can check on that.
Men's basketball.
Now that Chloe's on the team, that's all we watch is LSU's men's basketball.
true.
God, I've never watched that much LSU in my life.
Yeah.